So let's look at the data types that we have in Salesforce Apex. Basically, we have the primitives, which is Apex is a strongly typed language. That means you cannot have a way without variable. You cannot just say var x. You have to just define the data type of that. What are the data types we have? Integer, date, boolean, double, long string, and id. These are some similar basic data types that you might have seen in other programming languages like in Java. The only different here is one is id over here, which is the record id of the Salesforce record. So this is id and string are almost like same, but id can be a separate data type which can store the id of a record. Okay. Now, S object, you can also have S object variables which directly represent a SFDC standard object. On top of this, you also have a generic S object. Another thing is we have collections of list, maps, and sets. These can store array of primitives or S objects. You can either store any of the string or integer or S objects. And the last data type is enum. Again, it's a kind of an array, but we don't use it much. Okay, basically we will be working on this as objects, collections. Collections are very important in Salesforce because collections are used to overcome governor limits. More on the data types, there are three collections: Apex, list, maps, and sets. You can store primitives as well as data that is returned from an SOQL. So you can serve as a group indexed by ID lookup criteria. List is basically a multi-dimensional, and you have a list of integers, strings, or S objects. Map is a collection of key value pair. You will have a key as an ID and a value, and you can search for that value passing the ID and get the value at that particular location in a map. Set is similar to list, but only thing is it will not contain duplicates, and it is unordered collection. Okay, so these are the three collection data types that we have in Salesforce Apex. So before we do that, let us look at how to start off with these data types and script some additional start off with some Apex code.